first aid kit or essentials in homeopathic medicine, how we are able to use it for our benefit and for our family's benefit. Again, in order to understand the scope of homeopathic medicine, it is good in acute conditions, in chronic conditions, in mental health, mental and emotional conditions. Women's health, it is being used successfully in pediatric cases. It it is great in preventive care. So I just have a chat that indicates that there was no voice for the video. But we will finish this and we can go back after this to do another try and see how we can get the audio to work so that it's fruitful. It will change your perspective if you really see that small trail for the veteran homeopathy or vetro homeopathic medicine. Okay, that was off the topic. So how we will study each remedy or each condition is, first, what is the condition, or what it means. We will name the condition, we will talk about it first, and then what you can do before reaching to homeopathic medicine, what you can do as a first resort of the, looking at the condition, how you can do things that can help you and your family at home. And then once that's done, then how homeopathic medicine can help you in supporting that the basic care that you give. Now, once that is done, or it will translate into getting help medically. So it's very important to understand when to use homeopathic medicine. If they have been stressing this fact, from the beginning of this workshop, and yesterday the whole day was geared to how you can be using homeopathic medicine while taking care of the safety matters, and it was dedicated to that. Hope you got an idea of that now. But by now we're going to study the conditions. Cuts and grazes. What is it? What do we mean by that? Small cuts, scrapes where skin is broken. There may be bleeding, soreness, and bruising. So this type of situation is what you can manage, and homeopathic medicine can help. So basic care that you can give and gently clean the wound, because anything externally going inside our body will create, of course, infection, and first inflammation and then infection, and we will get into problems. Of course, I've added calendula cream, which is homeopathic remedy. You can buy it over the counter. You can buy it from us. You can buy it from anywhere. That is readily available. Rather than putting synthetic material on it, you can put something that is natural, coming from the nature, that can help that wound, and cover it with a clean dressing for a few days. So that is what you do for cuts and grazes. Now, remember that you have to allow a little bit of air to that while you're here on the matter of you being able to help you. Now, what to do homeopathically? Homeopathic medicine are used, and you can use homeopathic remedies internally by taking them orally. Arnica montana is the first go-to in cuts and in bruises. For soreness and bruising after injury, Arnica montana is one of the remedies, and it is included in our kit. And you can use homeopathic medicine after you have done your basic care. And then for cuts, as I said before, there's calendula officinalis. You can use, that helps heal faster and cleanly without any residue of scars and stuff. So Hypericum perforatum is for sharp shooting pain, especially on fingers or toes. This Hypericum perforatum is actually more prone to the areas where you have more concentration of sensory nerves and too much nerves involved. And nerve injury actually tells us how there's a shooting pain, there's a sharp pain. It means it's a nerve problem. So Hypericum perforatum is indicated in that. I will also include one, a small, maybe 2-pager or 3-pager. I think it is 3 pages, a chart that will go through each one of these conditions. And if you're here, we would have done that in order to do the actual activity of creating this chart that has all these conditions and has all the remedies that you will be giving, and one after the other, in identifying which cut, what type of soreness, what issues. If it is soreness and bruising after the injury, then it's arnica montana. Now, after the injury, there is a sharp shooting pain. It is where hypericum perforatum is indicated. Now, when to get medical help? If the cut is deep and won't stop bleeding, you're trying to stop bleeding, bleeding is not stopping, remember to take help and immediately get to urgent care or emergency care. If signs of infection appear, that is where you go and take medical help, because if it is not stopping, that means that it has been infected. All right, burns and scalds. These are minors. Remember, what is it? Mild burns and scalds that are causing redness, stinging, and small blisters. What is blister? Of course, most of us know. I hope this is not a medical language only. This is a layman understandable language that we have written. So basic care that you can do, cool the area so that then the blood flow is not too much in that area, and it is causing swelling and then further uncomfort or discomfort. Under running water, apply soothing ointment, which I said you can do calendula cream or ointment, whichever is available to you. That is what you do externally, and basic help that you can give when that is going on. Now, what you can do through homeopathic remedies in order to take them and so that it can accelerate the healing is cantharus. Cantharus for intense burning and blistering. Artica urinis for stinging pain, if there's a stinging and nettle-like burns. Again, it's nerve related, so Artica urinis is the indicated remedy, and Arnica montana when there is shock or trauma associated with burns. Of course, if it is more than a palm of your hand, that is not what you're treating. Remember that. When to get medical help? If the burn is large, deep, and very painful. Do not wait for your own. Yes, you do your own basic care, but at the same time, do not wait. You can take homeopathic remedies. At the same time, you do not wait and go towards urgent care or emergency. If the skin is broken and badly broken, that means that you need help. So you have to run towards emergency or urgent care. Insect bites and bites, of course, these are very painful. What is it? There is pain, there is swelling, and there is redness after the sting or bite. What you do is, first of all, remove the sting, remove the actual thing that creates issue. So you remove that and then apply cold compress so that then it's not the body is not actually sending a rush of blood in there, and it becomes the swelling, the swelling 5 cardinal things that are there, odor, dolor, and these things, which is swelling and pain and redness. All these things you can avoid by cooling the area, making it cold. Insect stings and bites. In this, what homeopathic remedies are helping? Apis mellifica. The way that Apis mellifica is made out of bee, and when it bites you, what happens? Redness, hot, and swelling. Swelling is there, swollen is there, and then stinging is pain is there, right? So you use Apis mellifica the first time it happens, and then if there is a wound in there that the bite has created punctured wound, then Ledum pulsatile. And if it is bruised and sore feeling is there around that area, of course, it should be locally. You shouldn't be feeling it all over. When that is the case, then you need to run to emergency and urgent care. Arnica montana is done. You see, in couple of situations, Arnica montana is indicated. So anytime the symptoms indicate Arnica montana, you give it. Anytime Apis mellifica, symptoms or indications are very crucial to identify. When to get medical help: trouble breathing or severe swelling that is so painful. Non-allergic conditions: if you have allergic condition that reacts to sting bites, you don't have to wait for the action of homeopathic remedy. You don't have to wait for your basic care. You do your basic care, you do your homeopathic remedies, but at the same time, go and seek help. Very important. Now summer is coming. We will have heat exhaustion. If you have any, hope you will take care of yourself and your family. But just in case, you're playing out there in the park and you're doing extensive work, or kids are doing that. If you feel weak, heavy, dizzy, or nauseated from too much heat, too much exertion, then the basic care is move to a cold place. Very common sense. Sip water slowly and gradually, so that then you have cooling effect inside, so that it helps you internally. Now, what you can do in homeopathic medicine, you take Gelsemium supervenes. It is called Gelsemium. There is no other Gelsemium, something else, so that's why you can call it only Gelsemium. It is for weakness, heaviness, and droopy feeling. Yeah. Specifically related to heat exertion. And then you have Bryonia alba. It is for headache and discomfort, worse with movement. When you move and you feel a headache, and it is getting worse while you're moving, in many cases, Bryonia alba is indicated not only for this type of headache, but also for movement of joints. Then when you move it and it's painful, that's where Bryonia is indicated. Of course, do not medicate yourself. Remember, in the cases of joints, it could be arthritis, it could be any other situations. Seek help from homeopathic practitioners so that they can help you, because it might have associated other symptoms around around the whole body, and you might not know. That is important. It might not need Bryonia, otherwise then you will have Bryonia and then it would not work, and you say that it didn't work. No, there are other remedies that are for those things. So I just mentioned, because of the movement was written here, that we want to clarify. When to get medical help: if you're fainting, if there's confusion, if you're vomiting, and somebody doesn't stop, all these things, you need to take care of them. Not only having your own matter, having sips of water, having moved them to a colder area, having homeopathic remedies, but also seeking support. In our many cases yesterday, as Ms. Bianca was indicating, that when she visited this patient and it required medical help, while she did medical help, she also administered homeopathic remedy, and before you know it, he was out of that situation, and he did not need to go to hospital for that. So amazing things happen when you really know what you're doing. And then motion travel. This is for our folks that are traveling too much, and motion sickness, nausea, and dizziness from car, boat, on plane travels. It could be from petroleum that is burned there. It could be from any type of movement that is associated with travel. What you do is take fresh air. I remember myself in a couple of times I did have this issue while traveling, and with basic care, I took care of it. I didn't need it a homeopathic remedy or anything. I remember going a little bit longer trip on the one of the, I don't want to name them, one of the airplanes, and there was too much inside going on, and a lot of situations inside. So what I did was turned on the air to its highest, and I had to actually go closer and get fresh air out of it. Of course, we were 3,000 up in the air. So it solved my nausea, which was great. And I didn't have dizziness, of course, because of it was due to the environment. It wasn't anything of the motion. But avoid heavy meals before travel. Try to limit that. Before traveling. At the same time, take care of your hunger, but avoid too much of it. Okay. Now, what you can do if you feel that, and you have your remedy kit with you. Yeah, I didn't show you this one. This is same thing, same idea, but different color. And a while ago, we were talking. I mean, yesterday we were talking to Miss Bianca. We said this is for her, and this one is for him. We have different colors. So tobacco is what you take, and its name is familiar. It's made out of tobacco, but of course, the higher the dose, which means the lower the content in homeopathic medicine. The higher the potency, lower the content of the remedy itself or the substance itself. So it's not tobacco itself. It is the remnant. It's energetic level of tobacco. Nausea with cold sweat. If you're sweating and that's cold, it feels better with fresh air. That is what the indication of homeopathic remedy tobacco. Now, Nux vomica is for most probably for the issues of mostly, not probably, mostly with the issues of that is related to digestion, nausea with rich food, from rich food, coffee, and overindulgence. Anytime you do something that is good more than what is needed, and then you can take Nux vomica. It happens. So when to get medical help? If it persists, if there is vomiting and dehydration, or dehydration persists. I remember dehydration. I need to hydrate myself. Then you need to take medical help. Again, every time I tell you about medical help, do your due diligence, do your care that you need to take care of. Now, don't wait 100% on the medical help. Do your basic care, do your homeopathic, support while you're communicating with authorities to get it resolved. So what to do with splinters and foreign objects in your body? What is it first? Small objects stuck in the skin, they may cause pain and infection. Oh my, you have seen a hair going inside your finger, or something that goes inside a small piece. How discomfort you will feel, right? And first of all, do the basic care. Remove it gently with clean tweezers. Keep the area clean, because it's punctured already, and it's an access to your nerves. There's access to blood, capillaries that are there. They're exposed to. In order to take it off, in order to push it out, this is a fabulous remedy in homeopathic medicine. It's Cilicia. Does that name ring a bell? It's actually made of sand, the glittering sand. So it's beautiful. God has created everything around us for us. Only for people, they know how to use it. Now, what it does is, I have a case long time ago. Of course, it has been 16, 17 years that I'm practicing homeopathic medicine. There was a case that long time ago, they had a piece of metal due to a blast that happened in the country of Afghanistan, a piece of metal that was inside their chest. And he did not, for some reason, there was no pain, no nothing. So he did not wanted to take medical help in order to remove it. It was from the years of war that happened in Afghanistan. So he said, I have this thing here in my hands, and how I did not wanted to go for surgery because I'm totally afraid of that. Can you do something? Can homeopathic medicine? It's amazing. People ask us about many things that it might come to their mind, and I said, yeah, we have something that will push out anything, any foreign object out. Lo and behold, we did have that one out, but he did not want it to do the hands. I didn't apply it externally. It was taken orally, and that thing came out. piece of metal after years of being in his body. Your body has the power and the healing power that can do this. And this is specific case was also reported years ago when I was studying homeopathic medicine. And that was reported by an American homeopathic doctor. I think either it's Kent or it's Allen, one of these. I'm not remembering. So these things happen. Now he did not want to take the further because he wanted the the idea of being in holy war. Um, of course, he was in the beginning of the war that happened in the Russian invasion, and he wanted to have something in his body while he passes away, and he can tell God that I fought in your purpose, in the purpose of the rightful matter that he did. Okay, so that was a small story I wanted to tell you how Cilicia can work. Now, when to get medical help? You do the first thing, second thing, and then go towards medical help if signs of infection are there, if sphincter cannot be removed. I did also see another case that had a foreign object, actually a piece of wood underneath the eye. It was so deep. We said, this is not our case. We really need to go to hospital and remove it with medical care, and they did that. And I'm glad that it was helped right away. And then again, miracles of the progress in medical system, and we actually adore that and we admire that. So what are blisters? These are fluid filled skin or from friction or minor burns that happen. So it has plasma in it, it has fluid in it. So the basic care that you can do is protect it, and do not never open the blister. I know kids have this tendency of opening blisters, so cover it with something so that then around it, so they don't touch it. Apply soothing compress. The more you leave it, the better it is, so that then the body absorbs the extra water that it has created. Now, what you can do in homeopathic medicine, cantharis. If they have burning and raw pain there, then you have cantharis. Some people pronounce this cantharis. Whatever way you pronounce it, we are okay with it. So you can use that. You have rustoxicodendron. Again, another supporting remedy, or before or after. It depends what is the situation with Bryonia alba. We said about the movement. Stiffness and discomfort, better with movement. Again, this is totally opposite to the Bryonia. If it is worse than to movement, then Bryonia. If it is better with movement, then rustoxicodendron. There is a specific thing that you have to take care of as a practitioner. That please, if you have these situations, do consult a homeopathic practitioner. Here at InnerPath, we will always will be able to help you, and are glad to help you. When to get medical help? Signs of infection, again, increasing pain that is not subsiding, is the time that you're taking care of it medically. Now, eye irritation and minor injuries. You see, all these situations that could happen during our life, to our kids, to our family, to ourselves, they could be helped by homeopathic medicine, by yourself, with very small help that we can give you in terms of support that we can give you, educating you how you can use this. This time we are not only educating you with the tools, but we are providing you the tools. So remember to use your first aid kit. Now, what is it? What do we mean by irritation and minor injuries to eye? Eye discomfort, watering, bruising after irritation or injury. Now, injuries in clarity, injuries 100%. Any type of injury that is there, if it is not minor, you really need to get help medically, so that then you can go there and find out if there is not further ramifications. In this case, I want to share something, that somebody had an injury, And for 3 years, yesterday in our case sharing, we shared this many cases, that for 3 years, this individual, unfortunately, has been struggling with all things that they're struggling, has been waiting for medical help. And the medical society is telling him that let your brain settle. I couldn't get that idea. What does it mean, your brain subtle? But whatever. They were waiting for any type of, again, laboratory, biochemistry changes in the body, while this individual is struggling with a lot of situations. And they don't, because since there is no medical laboratory, findings, they can't treat anything. So that's so unfortunate, but homeopathic medicine has support and help for most of the issues. And of course, it's not based on what we do, what homeopathic medicine does, it's based on what God does. And we completely believe and know that God is in control. While we are saying that these things are possible with homeopathic medicine, if God does not want it, it will not happen. So bear with us, and you have to be patient. So basic care, rinse it gently, avoid rubbing because it creates further issues. And what you can do for in homeopathic medicine and when to seek help, Euphrasia officinalis is one of the great remedies of eye for irritation and watering eyes that doesn't stop. Just like L-MSIPA, it is actually from everywhere and from nose too, but this one is from eye irritation. For eye irritation, Euphrasia officinalis. Arnica montana is done because of the bruising, is used because of the bruising. So anytime you have bruising, injury, you make sure you use Arnica montana. And after that, you can use it specifically for whatever. If it is an eye, then your watering, your irritation is there, Euphrasia officinalis. If you have punctured wound or punctured type of situation, then you use Lidum pulsatarum. And when to get help, there's vision changes, there's severe pain or chemical exposure to your eyes or to any area, you really need to get medical help so that they can assess further. Sprains and strains. What is it? The injury to muscles, ligaments, tendons, causing pain and stiffness. I believe this is our last remedy and last condition that we will be talking about. But basic care that you can do is rest and support the joint, if it is joint, and apply cold compress, so that there is less accumulation of blood, less swelling, and less pain, less strain and less pain. Okay, what you can do homeopathically is Arnica montana, again, injury, right? First remedy after injury, all the time. Remember Arnica montana. It's a plant-based remedy. Ruta, if it is tendons are involved, ligaments are involved. Now, how do you know tendons and ligaments? So for a layman, it would be a little bit difficult. So basically, get medical help. If such conditions are there, they will tell you what is going on, what is the problem. Then you can also support support your body with homeopathic remedies, so that then the healing process is accelerated. Rust oxycodendron or rust tox, if there is a stiffness and the pain is better with movement, then you use rust. Again, Bryonia alba is also included in rust and but it depends on they're the opposite of each other. At the same time, there is a minute detail that practitioners know. So please, in these conditions, refer to homeopathic practitioners at InnerPath. We are always able to help you. Okay, so pain is worse with movement, then you take Bryonia alba. When to seek medical help? Severe swelling and inability to move the joint, that is where you immediately reach out to them. All right, and now coming towards our gift. This is a special gift that we will be distributing to all our participants who are in person today. And they have been patiently waiting for this. I know one side doesn't look. One side looks like this, and the other side looks like this. So it's visible, and you can see your remedies, which one to pull out and which one to use. And it will go with a chart that will be also uploaded to where the videos go, so that you have access to it and you can print it and you can use it readily, and it's on your fridge, and you can understand what is the situation at home and what you can use immediately. So for participants, this is complimentary gift because of their dedication, their time and effort coming here. Hope we fed them a little bit better. But for individuals that you're online with us, we take it a little bit further. We want to give you, we don't want to deprive you, but with nominal charge, because we have to however, this is cost, but we have to do extra cost on the cost that already we have done. So it will cost you a little bit, but reach out to us at 612-297-7885. We will be happy to help you, or send us an email with your name and your participation time that you were a part of, especially all these 3 days of workshop. So you know what is homeopathic medicine, how it is applied, and how to be safe, and what to do when things happen in first aid situations. So info@inner-path.online is where you send us an email. We'll be happy to ship it over to you if you have participated in this. And for this is the same thing for individuals who watch the videos all throughout 3 days. They will be sitting on YouTube, and you will have a playlist of all, and you can follow from 1, 2, 3, 4 until you're done with today. Then we'll be happy to ship this to you. Participants in person will get a certification of participation, not a certification of practice. Participation in the effort that we did today from 3 days. Now, what is waiting for us next? So registration, we keep it open. So throughout the year, you can register yourself. You can take a picture of this or scan it and save this, so that you can register for our upcoming workshops. We have it in August. We will have it in December. Dates are yet to be decided, but these are the months that we will be doing. Every quarter, we want to do one workshop, so that then we can support the community and society at large, and slowly get the movement going, so that homeopathic medicine becomes a part of life, because of the nature of homeopathic medicine, that is able to help you gently and your family gently.